back up. Jealous eyes see me rack up. Once flake load that track up, competition start to slack up. So severe, listen here as I get my point clear. Whackness disappear when I destroy your career. Your baby mama steady jocking, got me in heavy rotation. Flames radio spinning, the realest radio station. Devastating the minds with lyrical programming. Even people who don't like rap say, understanding there is no need for explanations. Got the drink and the smoke, so continue the celebration. Players be situated to stop anyone hating your talent, exaggerating. I'm the one who deflating, not the world relating to this moment I'm making. For those who patiently waiting, smell the cake that I'm baking. Bro is sick with the flow, and this is all I know. It's always a go, and they never say no.
Welcome back, like we always do about this time. My name is Cornbread Capone. This is Unpopular Honesty, the home of brutal honesty and real hip-hop music. And today's guest is somebody who I've been knowing pretty much since I've been a teenager. When I was a teen, he was throwing parties at various places in Beaumont. And now the man owns a business. If you don't know who I'm talking about Twin. What's going down, my brother? So, what it do? Like been a long time, man. The first thing I want to ask is business. How did you go from what you was doing back in the day to business now?
I mean, I was back in the day. Back in the day, I was doing business. Then I just didn't know it.
Right.
So, I mean, it went from, being with a group of people who want to throw a party.
Right.
Making sure people knew, having a cover charge at the door. First part I got. Then it was, man, let's do another one. And those conversations went like, well, man, we got to get the money to go pay for a building. Then we got to pay for a DJ. Then we got to pay for security if the building wants security, right? And that's the first form of business in this business structure that I got. But, you're talking, I'm like 15. Right. I knew business in other industries of business, but not that. So that part never changed for us, like giving events. The first part that I got that was more, had a better form of legality was, I decided I wanted to do a party at the Holiday Inn. You might remember that. Right. It was Easter weekend, I think like in 97, 98, something like that. And went to them, got the availability on the date, paid them for it, signed a contractual agreement with them for a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Well, the Friday, we did the event, but we filled it to capacity. When we came Saturday for the next day, nobody was there to open the building. You remember that? Mm-hmm. So that meant we paid them for 3 days, but nobody was there to open the building for that Saturday. So we didn't assume they would open the building for that Sunday either. We ended up getting another place to host the event. But that Monday, we got in touch with an attorney. And that was the first part of, just throwing a party that I found out that contractual terms matter in business. So that's the first drive, sitting in the driver's seat of, a business venture.
Is this your first club lounge type thing?
No. So, no. The first venue I was a partner with was in 99, 2000. It's actually behind this one. The back door to that building, coincidentally, is on my patio. It's the building, if you've been here before on the patio, the wall toward I guess that's the east side. Right. That white door is the back door to the building that I was the first part of an owner of the club. It was called the Underground. That was a lot of fun.
I heard a lot of stories about that. Since you've been owning this spot, and I know that you've been having a number of people come through, what has been your most memorable artist or celebrity that has came through and why? I know. Recently you had a number of people.
I haven't done as many, many incomparable to the weekends I've been open, but everybody's been different. Right. Everybody's been different. So when I did Lil G from Silk, the people that I talked to about coming is more or less like the space. It's a lounge. It's not really club based.
Right.
But the space isn't big enough for what most people want to charge. So I go off of personal relationships. So the conversation is more or less like, hey, if you free on this day, come on down for this amount. I'm not gonna overcharge. I'm not gonna make a mockery of your talent.
Right.
Take advantage of you or nothing. So if you free. So the first person was Lil G from Silk. When he came, and even in the conversation to negotiate with him was, and I don't even want a performance. I really just want you to come hang out and bless the mic with a song or two. Just hang out. The city ain't really got no celebritism anymore.
Right.
So, I was trying to bring that back as part of our culture. But when he came, he not only performed like 7 to 8 songs, he played the drums, he played the guitar, he had a good time. He hung out, kicked it all night. I mean, he was with me when I locked the doors. He really hung out. Everybody who's been here has actually done something similar. But that's the nature in the contractual terms that I have with him. And I don't even want, and when people come, they offer that, man, just let me do a whole show. And I tell them, I don't want a whole show. I want a little bit of something. And because I don't want you to do a whole show and then feel like I underpaid you.
Right.
I just want, 3-4 songs, hang out, kick it. That's about it.
Yeah, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I feel that 110%, man.
But, let's say, the most memorable part of being in here is, because I don't live here no more, it's just seeing people that I know. Because I know people, you know that.
Right.
Prime example, I've been knowing this dude for a while. And most people who see us speak don't know how well we know each other. So I deal with that a lot. I know people who know people, and then they see that we speak and be like, oh, twin, you know everybody. Nah, I really fuck with I fuck with a lot of people. I don't just know them. So because I don't live here, I don't catch everybody, but I got a connection to reach everybody because I've been promoting so long. So the most memorable parts are, when people come in, it's different. It's not like I'm promoting and I'm making somebody else all this money. It is actually my spot. So I appreciate it more when I see people that I've been knowing that I really, really fuck with that come through. I got my first best friend been here twice. And the first time he came here, I was crunk. The second time he came, I was crunk. So those are my most memorable moments. Like a family member who come in from out of town. Hey, yo, man, how you been doing this? No, I ain't been owning nothing. Right. I've been making a lot of other people money, making myself money at the same time, but that ain't the book holder who pay the bills. And now, it just kind of worked like that.
I feel that. What I was going to ask you was, it might be somebody young watching this saying, when I get older, I'm going to be in the position that you're in. What advice do you have to that young person wanting to start a business? Because I feel like that's important. That's part of the reason why I wanted to talk to you, because in the black community, especially in Beaumont, we don't get to see people who own anything. And it's important of ownership, and it's important to teach ownership to the next generation, because there's nobody teaching that to them. So, as just a word of advice for that younger generation who might be aspiring to be business owners, what advice do you have?
Never give up. Off the top, never give up. Period. I mean, period. It's a whole bunch of other things you already know. Like, best part of customer service is, man, be real. Be all the way real. Everybody ain't gonna accept the fact that you're being real, and you're gonna have haters. Some people just like to talk. A whole lot of people just like to talk. I mean, we both know cats who gonna hate on people. A friend of mine told me, man, dog, we know people who done sat there and hated on 20 people in that one conversation. Man, I ain't gotten into a real fight with 20 people in my life. I mean, you have spats and, you know, wrestling and all that, but I mean, like, hard down, got an issue. If I see you again and go, I don't know 20 people like that with me, and most people don't know 20 people like that with them. But you got people who gonna hate. It don't even matter. I mean, I done told people this story before. I actually got into it with 2 people in my life for talking shit about twins to me. For real, I ain't pushed. Shit happened twice. They was actually telling me shit about twins. And I'm like, man, he like that, man. When you see him again, man, point him out. I ain't never met it. But I mean, disregard all negative parts. Anything that come in your cipher, man, don't never give up. Never give up, man. You can. Everybody try something and they don't have the best focal point. Don't give up. You know what I'm saying? You find where the focus is supposed to be. Because I understood, even when I was throwing parties, I met somebody, and I ain't gonna say no names, who really got me in the club industry. And then I went to school for business. I changed my major to business with a major in marketing, so that I could understand this better. I found out that I like marketing, which in turn put me in, you know, made it more understandable about the promotions and advertisement and marketing. So it made actually giving a party easier, but the easiest part about it was that I knew a lot of people. I mean, I'm a twin. It's hard to forget twins. Right. And I knew a lot of people. And nobody was doing it. Nobody was doing it. Right. I tell people that, man, I didn't just start throwing parties by accident, and I created the nightlife. Every venue you probably been to that's been dope, man, you are welcome. And I know people, and I take pride in that. I know people, man, you know, my son was conceived after one of your parties, or I met my wife there, or something like that. I mean, it's far-fetched for people to get that matter. Man, that matter. Yeah. For real. I done got the, nigga, I hate that you introduced me to this, to this chick type of stuff too.
I was gonna ask you, man, because I've been to your spot several times, and I see the good in it. But from your perspective, what has been the good side to this?
I don't see it like other people see it. So I'm gonna quote somebody. A friend of mine, I mean, he say this every time we talk. He say, man, you know, people come through. You know, even the stuff, you know, that I done, out of Beaumont, Houston, Dallas, New York, Atlanta, all the people come to it. What they don't really realize is simple parts like this. Like the older we get, you gonna realize too. Some people you real close with, you probably only gonna talk to them maybe 3-4 times out the year. So he was saying, man, think about all of the people who always got reconnected at an event that you gave. Because people win. Like, you don't even know you doing that. They don't even know that that's happening like that. And the first time he told me, I thought about it like, man, that's a cool service to provide for somebody to come through to the party, run into somebody they haven't seen in a minute, get all reconnected, and then, you know, it's all loved the same way, but now you got a novel, y'all chopping it up, you know what I'm saying? Because that's happened with me with people. To where somebody came to an event, didn't know I was doing it, we done linked up. That's been my partner, but we ain't talked in a minute. Get it back close, and like, you know, a couple years later, we together every day. You in my wedding, right? You know what I mean? When otherwise, had you not popped up, yeah, you'd have been invited, but we wouldn't have got that adult connection. Like, hey, yeah, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I take a lot of pride in that. But I never even noticed it. Somebody pointed it out to me. They really pointed it out to me. And you know, that person was like, man, you know, people look at like the times you didn't, you know, you got a party packed, Nobody really know about, you know, man, you really be up all night, you know, on the creative end, and then get up in the morning and go do this and go do that and go do this and go do that, all while doing this most of the time, smoking. Like, man, cats I work with in the fam, Domino used to say, man, you really live a rock star life. And I'm like, nah, I really ain't living no rock star life. They got the other kind of way.
Yeah. Wow. That's it's incredible, man, to see the way you started to where you have it now, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not many of us from that time period who's still around, for one. You know what I'm saying? And there's not many of us who still around who are doing good things. So from me to you, it's respect. And you know what I'm saying, very proud of the moves you're making. You know what I'm saying?
Same to you, man. I'm still waiting on some music. I told you that last week.
Well, yeah, I got the music actually in my pocket. I got some music for you, man. Since we talking about music, though, I ask everybody this on the show because this is really a hip hop show. Does Twin have a top 5 best rappers?
Scarface is dead number 1. Better know that.
Can't complain about that number 1 spot.
And you know, I'm gonna say this because and when I say it, it's really gonna make some sense because it's marketing. I'll make you go look this cat up on my boy Scrap D, man.
Scrap D?
Yeah, he's from Houston, grew up in Beaumont too.
Okay.
Scrap D, man. Scrap Daddy, Scrap D, the eminent pugilist. You know, I work with him. But I ain't lying. I'm not. I will say this. I actually started a campaign to try to get it through the Source magazine, just to put him on the cover saying "Dopest MC Alive," because I knew 2 things. Anybody who felt like I was lying was gonna have to go listen. And number 2, once you listen, even if you didn't agree, it was gonna do something for his career because he is that good.
Right.
So I ain't gonna leave him out. And I ain't, and you know, top 5, you know what I'm saying, professionally in the mix though. Scarface, Pop, Biggie, and Jay-Z, Andre 3000. I like T.I. though. I do like T.I.
Shit, I can't complain about that list. That list ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? You only, you know, we come from an era when music was real. And sometimes when I ask people their top 5s and they name the top 5 people that they have in their top 5, and I say to myself, whoo, what happened to music? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but yeah, it ain't like how it used to be. But it changed. People love to use the word evolution, or evolved. But I believe when you evolve, that means it has gotten better. And you know,
that's not the meaning.
I mean?
The meaning is, I can't give you the Webster's meaning, but I mean, evolution is just about a change. It don't have to be better, but it's just a step up. So, remember Scarface had said, Snoop has said, like, man, you know, you kind of can't judge the new era's creativity. This is their creativity. Like, I don't get most of the new music, and to be real, I'm selfish. I really don't even care to hear it. I hear it if I feel like it's something real and I like it, then okay, cool. But I mean, I ain't checking for it in my Apple Music to be riding to it like I'm gonna be riding to what I know.
I'm gonna be honest.
You gotta think about this. The way I'm speaking about how the new music is to me, it ain't that it's bad. It's different. The same way our parents was looking at rap like, yeah. What is you doing?
What is you listening to?
Oh, you know this song, but you know what I'm saying? You failed the math. Not math, but you failed the test or something. You don't know the schoolwork like that, but you know this song. And it's the same thing, like when I hear it, to me, man, I don't understand most of it until I listen to it again or somebody pointed out. I'm open-minded enough to listen, but
I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
Scarface playing my deck the whole ride from Houston. I got another kind of mix.
I'm very pro hip hop and anti new age. So much so to the point to where I monitor where I go based on the music that's being played.
Yeah, me too.
So when I first came to before I came to your spot the first time, I'm thinking in the back of my mind, the only thing that is gonna make me leave or make me feel uncomfortable is if the music is not up to par. But then when I came and I listened to the music, I said, you know what? I can rock with that because it's a little bit of rap, it's a little bit of R&B. It kind of meets it in the middle of that, as far as the music that's played in here. And that's what kind of, I was like, whoa, because I was expecting the new. It wasn't necessarily the new, it was more so R&B, rap, and maybe the combination of both through some of the little bit of new music, but it really wasn't a lot of new music. And I said, you know what, I can go there again.
Yeah, I messed up earlier. Cause I told all the DJs like, man, if it ain't 90s or no real nigga shit, don't play it.
I appreciate that.
And I was wrong. Let me tell you what I mean. When I said 90s, I come up in the 90s and they say I feel like that too. We got the best form of music, but that don't mean it's the only best, years of music. Cause the 80s had some dope R&B, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even the 70s, I'm a Stevie Wonder fan. I want to hear it. Al Green, I want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying I was wrong by telling them to only play that because they do have some new music that has a catchy vibe to it that can flow. You know what I mean? So they would throw stuff in there, and I'd be like, man, please cut that shit off. And it wasn't just cut it off. It was cut it off. You got 3-4 people vibing to it out of maybe 75 people on the inside. I don't know what's going on the outside.
Right.
I'm in here when I hear it.
Right.
Like, man, cut it off. And, oh, man, come on. People going to get into it. And I'm like, man, look, this ain't the vibe that I want to create. That's not even the vibe. That's okay if it's led into the vibe. So the vibe got to be created. But I really was wrong. Because they do have some music that can flow with what I'm talking about. With, you know what I mean? And that was just on me. I had to actually be here to do it. Because like when I go out, I'm like you. I don't want to be nowhere where it ain't nothing too familiar before I was old enough to vote. Or you know what I'm saying? It's gotta come from another era because of the feeling that you get when you're around music. I want to be able to bob my head. I don't want to see everybody shaking their ass. I mean, I ain't gay, so I don't mind at all. But it ain't gotta roll all night long. Right. And at the same time, I want to be able to sit still, you know what I'm saying? If I'm having the right drink, you know what I'm saying? Get a nice vibe of music and reflect. Like, down here, part of the culture is to swing out. I want to be able to, see people dancing like that. The ultimate point in opening up this spot, even calling it culture, is that if you don't go out, this is the place you can go. If you want to be on a date night, this is the place you can go. If it's the fellas, if it's just the ladies' night, man, you can come here and the vibe will be set no matter who in here. No matter who in here, how they dress, you get off from work from having a bad day at work, and you can pull up here, have a drink, have your favorite game on the TV. I mean, it's a lot of things I haven't done yet, but I'm getting there to it. But these were all a part of the creation and the idea of culture. And I was dead ass wrong by saying, man, I don't want to hear all of this shit. I mean, you know what I mean? It does need to be played. I feel like now, it needs to be played as part of the vibe. It doesn't need to create the vibe that way. Because then it's not a vibe. Right. Not to me. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be 45 in 3 days. Wow. Actually, today's my birthday too. All month of August is my birthday. Every day. So your birthday on the 27th, we celebrate together.
Well, happy birthday, brother.
All right, today is my birthday too.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
Y'all see this before Saturday, man. We doing a semi-formal adult prom in here. You ain't gotta go get no tux or nothing. Be sexy, be fly. Be wear jeans or tennis shoes, throwing a button down. I don't care if it's long sleeve, short sleeve, blazer with a t-shirt, whatever. You don't want to wear a shirt. I don't care. Just cover the semi-formal part of the vibe, man. We gonna hang out. We gonna kick it. I'm gonna celebrate this big 4/5 action. God bless me to see a lot of these years. Man, if you can make it, he bless you to see the one to make it. Help me see the one I'm about to see. So if y'all can make it, make it. What? Tag in the plug. You see it on BET all the time. Don't act like I ain't tripping.
Well, I was gonna ask you, what does the future look like as far as business is concerned? What plans do you have going forward? This
was okay. This was a little different. The vision I have for this place, nobody has seen it. It ain't even been a surface to scratch it. I say to people, what everybody is seeing out of culture right now is an audible. Nobody's seen the play. We haven't even lined up on the field for the play. I started off with partners. Collectively, we parted ways. And truth be told, I didn't jump into this business solo. Otherwise, I'd have jumped into this business solo. That wasn't the plan. I had other things that I wanted to do. But this particularly has consumed so much of my time trying to piece together, studying film, it's my metaphor, studying film to know the correct time to run the play. So right now, everything is an audible. And like I said, I haven't even had nobody line up on the field in the correct formation to run the play. I have them lined up, but everything is still an audible. So, futuristical plans for culture is, and basically, to get everybody out the house. Like, people call Beaumont boring month, but I've been feeling like this for years. It's only boring if you stay home. It's only boring if it's not enough stuff to do. This is open. They have other venues open. It need to be more venues open. The only reason people compare Houston to Beaumont is because there's more stuff to do, which isn't a fair thought process anyway, because Houston is the 4th largest city in the country. We just happen to be close to it. So, but the concept in Houston, because it's the 4th largest city in the country, is that it does have a volume of places to go, a volume of things to do. I mean, we're not that big to have what Houston has, but if the more places that we have available, the more people are out and about, the more revenue can be made for every business. And what I've always noticed, and all that I haven't seen it any different, since I was 16, since I was maybe 18 or 19. I've never seen everybody just, fuck with everybody. I fuck with everybody.
Right.
And I ain't lying, I be trying to get everybody to fuck with everybody. Other people fuck with some people, but everybody just don't never mesh it up. So even when we decided to get the spot and open it up, the number one part in the marketing was never about this venue. It was really about culture. Like, man, dog, okay, we need to get involved with everybody, every other venue that's open, regardless of the demographic, and everybody need to know we all work together. Because if everybody know we all work together and it's not a competition in business, then more people get out. They feel okay to bar hop, lounge hop, club hop, whatever. That's fine. It's not a competition in that realm, but as long as people are making it a competition, then the people perceiving it will look at it that way. Oh, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go there. Or I'm going to ride around, see how many people are here, ride around, see how many people are there, and pick. But if everybody knows that each venue actually messes, we all fuck around, then it'll eliminate the perception of competition, and people just get out to go hit certain spots. You have a birthday party at 4 different spots. You're gassed and got high, so it'll be weird. But the point is, it's doable. You could actually do it. This is what goes on in Houston, in the 4th largest city in the country. We not the 4th largest city in the country, but since everybody likes to be from Beaumont and compare it to the 4th largest city in the country, except the fact that you can actually emulate a part of it, because we actually can. So the major part in all of the marketing here was, man, just get people out the house. Go. I don't care where you go. Get out. Go there. You know what I'm saying? Go into anything open. It ain't specifically about just coming to the venue I own or coming to somebody else's specific venue. Business is business, and the more people out, everybody's business will be okay. I know for a fact nobody else thinking that. I know for a fact nobody else trying it, because I've been talking with so many business owners. It's not that way. But when people ask how I last this long doing this, that's exactly how. I don't never get too far out of touch with any business owner anyway. Even the ones that I don't like, or the ones that tell people they don't like me, but in my face like me. Because that exists everywhere too.
Right.
Envy is a motherfucker. And again, like I told you, it's just gonna be haters, dog. It's just gonna be there.
Well,
that's another plug. Man, get out the house. It's just too easy to say, oh man, it's boring, but it's easier to get in your car and find out that it's really not. It's just really not. You got cigar bars now. You know, you got adult playgrounds. My patio is one of them. They have other ones that exist. You know, you can come out, have a good drink. You can come out, eat some good food, listen to some good music, listen to loud music, mingle with people you haven't seen in a while that you genuinely give a shit about. You could do that in multiple spots. So, you know, all that whole month, board month, man, there goes some more haters. Cut that shit out. Get out the house.
Well, before we get up out of here, man, do you have any last words to anybody? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, God bless y'all, man. And come on through Saturday for this semi-formal dope prom. It's me and my brother 45th birthday, my daddy too. Real talk. And we gonna celebrate. Y'all free, come on through. If you ain't free, come Sunday. Sunday, fun day, live band on the patio.
Well, I'm gonna definitely try to make it to one of them, man. You know what I'm saying? On behalf of Twin and the good people at One Man Records, I am Cornbread Capone. This is Unpopular Honesty. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Make the unpopular popular. Subscribe.
Yeah, man. We're gonna be back too, man. We gotta do this again. It's been good.
Indeed, man. I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you too, bro.
Time for another drink. How they go.